you would know that the Ghana Water Company regional office in the Central Region, and even before the Central Region, the Western Region had raised concern. Now the Ashanti Region office has also joined. That Galamsey has apparently been leading to a lot of problems. Even times past, they even had to shut down a number of their treatment plants. Turbidity levels had moved in excess of 50,000, whilst ideally it should just be up to 2,000. Now the turbidity level just gets to measure how polluted or not the waters are. So it looks like you look at the generality of our water bodies and where we have the mineral deposits across the regions. It looks like with impunity, Galamsey is ongoing. We'll take a look at that. Let me just, I posed a question on our stream. What do you make of the fairness and efficiency of the EC so far? Schofield Ali Sabit says, on a scale of 10, I will give them 1/10. Huh. Eunice Akran says, Roland, the EC will do more harm than good because it seems that errors found are always in NDC strongholds. Then I have this one from Gadaglamakwi. Tell us who is a threat to our peace, if not, and the officers of the EC. John Bosco Akotia says, how do politically exposed individuals end up manning positions in the Electoral Commission and take up responsibility for elections? This cannot happen. He puts it in quotes. I'm sure he's trying to mimic the way EC speaks. Evans Ibn Samba says the EC is the opposite of good reason, but their days are numbered. And then Hajia Halima, personally, I think they are doing well and gives them 8/10. So on a scale of this, we have at least 1/8/10. And it looks like Sampiali, you know him, he seems to agree with you. I'm sure if you were in your MPP, he won't agree with you. Okay, he says, tell Bosman Sari that the EC itself is an error of composition. And he says, I totally agree with Solomon Owusu on these two major points he raised, to cause a forensic audit of the EC, and two, to bring Afarijan to co-chair. So let me quickly, just let's spend 3 minutes on this so that we can end in good time. Yes. Look, for, I think over the last 1 week, we've been discussing Galamsey, its effects on water bodies. What do you make? This is sad, really.
It's sad, and it's a failure of the state. The government of the day has failed us. You know, if you read Article 2576, every mineral resource is entrusted in the president. Right. And so if things are not going well, it's the president that we have to blame. He is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. He controls our security. He has appointed Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. He has appointed MMDCs and so on and so forth. But you see, Roland, as far back as 2018, Hajia Halima, who is now the Ghana's ambassador to the US, then the Minister for Local Government, gave us a lead that she knew all those MMDCs that were responsible or engaged in Galamsey. That's true. Why haven't we arrested them?
Do you know some of them in your former party?
Well, at least the president himself sacked the former DC for Bosome from Yadanso. Yadanso, when he was sacked, also came out and said that, look, I am not the one doing the Galamsey. The MP for the area, one Boatin, the DC who replaced him, and the constituency chairman.
Do you know the constituency chairman, Yao Danso?
Yao Danso made a point.
Do you know him?
Yeah, he is a DC, I know him. But he was sacked for being involved in Galamsey.
Do you know some other people in the party who are doing that? Who are they? Can you give us examples so that we can move on?
Professor Frimpong Boatin named all of them.
Like
he said, Kojo, what's the name? Protozwa, Samuel Esedu Bekwe, Nite Kotego, Gabia Sarochi Dakun, Lord Kome, what's the name? Kwaku Bakun. He named all of them in his report. He named all of them. And the position of Professor Frimpong Boatin has been vindicated today.
How?
Is Galamsey not going on? Is it not a business being run by people in authority? See, one thing with Galamsey is that it's not done in secrecy. Recently, we had an aspiring MP for Wasa, Memphis East, and that's Frimpong, together ably supported by the regional minister and some chiefs, saying that the government has ceased deploying military into the forest. So they should continue with their Galamsey activity. So what else? What else do you expect? This is a government that claims it has expended more than $400 million, yet the water is still brownish.
The water is brownish?
Brownish. We are dying. We are fast-tracking our extension from this land. And we claim to have people in authority.
The president said he will put his presidency on the line. What do you make of it?
He never put... In fact, the president...
What did you do then?
According to Professor Frimpong Boate's report, some few meters from his own house in Chebi, the youth organizer for Ebuaka South was engaging in Galamsey activity. He had to be called by Eric Kenji. Eric Kenji. That this was what was happening. They quickly had to move excavators there to just refill it before the president. And these are all contained in the report.
All right.
We have people entering our forest. I am coming from Amansia Central. My own village, the Apaprama forest that they have destroyed. Growing up, I saw it. It is totally gone.
When you were young, how was it?
It was so beautiful.
Even 8 years ago?
8 years ago, it was somehow not like that. But today it's gone.
It's gone?
It's gone. And the people are rather going to Obuasi to go and buy foodstuffs at a very expensive price. And we are dealing with this. So we will die. I mean, it will not take us too long for all of us. If we
continue.
No, we are already there. And I don't see any harness. That's why Alan is professing that when he's given the opportunity, he will amend Article 2576 to make chiefs co-trustees of managing our natural resources, and also introduce what you call mindset and behavioral change, where patriotism and enforcement of the law will be pushed to safeguard the interest of our forests.
We all know the Professor Frimpong Boateng leaked report. He's spoken extensively about it, but due to our own editorial policy, we want to disassociate ourselves from all names and positions of Solomon Owusu here mentioned.
These were names put forward by Professor
cited all that. Please, editorially, as Media Journal TV3, we disassociate. These are his comments, not ours. Quoting from that report. And please, it's an editorial policy. You have to be ethical. And Mr. Isi, it looks like the president. He said you do the thing, you never did it. The waters are creamy. Yourself, you're very much close to the regions where we have the affected water bodies. Bella Mundi just returned with the latest. I mean, every day, even just yesterday, somebody even sent me a bottle of water. I think one of these I have to bring on set and said we should do something. But we're all ineffective.
Yeah, for the records, the president did put his presidency on the line. And the Ghanaian people appreciated the rates at which he was fighting prior to the 2020 election and endorsed that. Yes. So he was
You think his winning of the 2020 is an endorsement that he was fighting Galamsey well?
The process, the way he was going, there were challenges, but in generality, the Ghanaian people, otherwise the Ghanaian people would have voted him out. Okay? And so that should be put on the table. However, I empathize. I'm worried. I'm not happy seeing River Pra, Tano, and Cobra and all turning to the state in which they are today. It's bad. I've had the privilege to travel just when we're going for the lunch, Beposu Bridge, the Pra River, gone. I've gone to Eziama and I saw Cobra.
Just last week, is it Konongo or someplace? Like they were Ibrahim, and they said they passed the four-wheel drive.
Yes,
you have one of those four-wheel drive. You just pass by for food now. Nothing is done.
And the brim in Chebi, I've drunk from the brim and co. And these days, when you see it,
can you drink from the brim?
No. If you go to the farm, there's no way you can walk there and fetch it and drink.
This failure. Solomon Owusu says failure.
You see, it's been challenged. To be honest, let me admit that Galam Stop 1, Galam Stop 2, we saw how it went. It's proper for any government, okay, to pause and reflect and look at, are we fighting the right way? The way we are going, is that the way to get it? Because we have brought in the small-scale mining. It's something that is legal, and they are working. and you see, when we banned them completely, we saw the state of the water bodies. But when we lifted the ban, and they are working, and the Galamsey people are also taking advantage and we have seen the state. It doesn't portend well.
Many government appointees have been
Ghana
fingered.
Water, yes.
Even though 2-4 in a room of government appointees said he knows, and he
so
also says that he knows that they know.
Name and shame. Solomon, we should just admit
the two for rather should name and shame.
No, I say we should name and shame. Solomon, we should just admitted that a DCE was fired because of his linkages to some of these things. If you know them, take it there. The mentioning of Gabi by Professor Frimpong Boateng was ludicrous. If you read the report, he said Gabi called him in connection to a certain mining business. So then he concludes.
No, he only said they were cited in the report.
I'm telling
he didn't
you
say that they were doing Galamsey.
I'm telling you the
He said they were cited in the report.
Yes, so, but look, he's used it as a basis. Okay?
But it's a report on Galamsey.
No. So what it means, the listener, the viewer is going to conclude that Gabi is involved in Galamsey, which is not factual.
So how do we go forward from this? A minute.
No, I think, Roland, forest bodies, we have Forestry Commission protecting it, okay? Water Resources Commission is there. I agree with the Director General of Ghana Water Company that the military and the police, there should be a special task force that will protect our water bodies exclusively for the protection of our water bodies and co. Then, then Dr. Baumia's vision going forward.
What's his vision for curbing Galamsey?
On the mining, he said that the Ghana Geological Survey Authority is going to be empowered to do the mapping.
But he's still the vice president.
Yeah, no, well, don't worry. But Kamala Harris is having her new vision. Don't you? A vice president is not the president. Okay. You get it? You contribute to the president's vision. To the president's vision. Thank you.
So you are saying that the president's vision has failed, but Dr. Baumia's vision will work.
No, we see Dr. Baumia's vision is gleaned from what we have seen now. You get it? So you reflect and then you find a way. Because right now, the truth is, the challenges is difficult. Look at the water bodies. Nobody can convince me that illegal mining is not going on somewhere. Otherwise, the water bodies will not be where they are. So let's do what we can to stop these things.
Have we given up now, the way it is? It looks like we've given up.
The gold catchers and co are coming in to help. So let's get that way.
If you want fresh oranges that are not contaminated, come to Volta Ashanti Region. But if you want good cassava,
now you are getting iron and those things.
Nobody is coming to mind.
The cleanest water now is the Volta Lake.
I'm saying that if you want good cassava, if you want good tomatoes, if you want good pepper, come to Volta Ashanti Region. We are protecting.
My friend, this is a national issue. Despite
I am just saying that you come there for now. For now, at least, we are protecting our water bodies. We are protecting our vegetation. And I believe we are going to do that. You see, sometimes I sit back and I say, Ghanaians, we don't know the power we have. And so we sit back and allowed a few political elites to determine and dictate everything for us. And we are quiet and we are watching. How on earth do you have a constitution that says that our land is in the hands of the president, our natural resources are in the hand of one man? So if this man is not responsible enough, I'm just asking a question. If this man is not responsible enough, how sure how can we guarantee that indeed he can hold this in trust for all of us in fairness and in a good way? You see, I have said that we need to look at the 1992 Constitution again. The role that we have given to the chieftaincy institution, we need to review it. But growing up in a village, when a chief even beat a gong for communal labor, and those days, you know, if you don't go, and they summon you to the chief's palace, there are consequences. There was some orderliness.
The DC and the MP, they have four-wheel drive, they have a lot of money. No gong will help.
No, that's
the reality. Money is now talking.
Hold it. Look at the Supreme Court ruling that says that being invited to a chief's palace is not compulsory. You can choose to go or not to go. And so as if the chief's hand has been tied behind him, he has no authority, he has no influence. And that's where we are. Where we are today.
The white paper of the Constitution.
Where is Aisha Wan? Where is Aisha Wan? Where is Aisha Wan?
Convicted and
where is she serving? Is she repatriated or she's in this country?
She's supposed to be here.
She's supposed to be here and be serving.
Yes.
Oh, please. She's not here.
No,
she was sentenced. She was supposed to be serving a jail term in Ghana.
Oh, yes.
Where is she?
Go check the jail.
So your point is that we are the enablers ourselves.
See, we can blame all the boys who are involved in this Galamsey and the rest. The kingpins, the cabal, those who are enjoying the leisure, the good money of the Galamsey. They live in Accra. They live in the big towns in the cities. the West use and
their
West
waters
coast.
are not polluted.
Their waters are not polluted. They can afford to import water into their homes. Hold it. See, what is happening?
They are on TikTok all the time.
Can I just learn? See, what is happening this Galamsey then? The politician is deeply involved. The big men in society are deeply involved. What is the cost of an excavator? We have been doing mining in this country only God knows when. All these years. But we didn't. Yeah, so how do this now enter into our country?
All right.
Where did they pass?
Thank you very much. Let me just read a couple of comments in the meantime, and we're always grateful when you join us on the stream and you share, and also share on your WhatsApp platforms for other groupings to be able to watch us. This one is coming from regular watcher Guy G. Cantonment Accra says, truth be told, the MPP has adopted several measures to curb the proliferation of illegal mining, but these measures have been ineffective because of the incompetence of some of government appointees, severe corruption, a weak judiciary and the system it has, rampant violence in communities, and the complicity of local. I suggest civil society can play an important role in dealing with the adverse effect of Galamsey by raising awareness in communities, help curb violence and pressure government. Charlie, the civil society themselves, they need help. They don't have the money. Chiamiga Afeka Luchu III of the Chito traditional area says, look, traditional authorities are also interested in how their citizens participate in governance and development in their area. That is purely only their interest, development. Yeah. Where development doesn't come to our areas, we are worried. That is why we need to save our democracy. It is important that we listen to traditional authority. And thank you very much.
Our constitution recognizes them.
All right.
So we need to empower them.
Okay. So I have Master Planner Junior Kintampo. Zach, how are you? Good morning. During the 2020 campaign, the NDC campaign team members were campaigning at various Galamsey sites that they should vote for NDC so that when they win, they will let them continue the Galamsey. Then he continues. Professor Frimpong Boateng's report stated that there are more NDC members involved in Galamsey than MPP. How can the government then successfully fight this evil act? He continues. And then, okay, I have this one. Okay. This one is coming from Sahinaza Mustafa, who says that we need to be interested in the governance of our country. Just look at the water bodies. I can imagine if I had a relative living in some of those areas.
You go to farm, you must
how clean would their water be from Ghana water? Wouldn't it be repleted with metals? And there's been a correction. Please, it is the Udome traditional area for so you were wondering. Now we have more comments coming in. This one is coming from Nathaniel. Nathaniel says, please tell me, say easy. The slanging philosopher, I dey feel the clock he has on his, it's not a clock, it's a wristwatch. Nathaniel, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This one is coming from Ato Kwamena. It says, Dr. Baumia was asked to, oh, please, let's be decent. Some of the comments, yesterday I read a comment, I felt like I shouldn't have.
I didn't know what is happening in this country.
Roland, the Galamsey level is sad. Come to Chefo Praso, just behind the DC's resident. There's Galamsey ongoing. Oh, who sent this comment? So the politicians and security agencies are deeply involved in Galamsey. I think Fred also said everybody is involved. You are saying, Fred, you say both MPP and NDC, right?
DCs are the heads of security.
NDC is not in charge of this country. NDC is not in charge of this country. We have entrusted the destiny of this country. Hold it. We have entrusted the destiny of this country in one man.
Kwame
And that man has put his job on the line. If you fight it.
And Ghanaians renewed his mandate.
Kwame Osei-Boateng says,
you stole the election.
Please. Kwame Osei-Boateng says, let's be truthful. The president said you put his presidency on the line. Yes. I am a strong MPP person. But where I go to my home state and I see our water bodies polluted, even though my people are profiting from it, the health of my people are my concern. We have failed as a state, MPP, NDC, and even the independent movements, all that we have. So we should be careful. Dr. Akofa Segbefia says, it is extremely irritating to see guests on your program talking whilst others are giggling as they speak. Please, let's have some modicum of respect. All right. And we have others as well. Helga Bodi says, some errors are fatal. Electoral Commission should know better. This is deliberate, but we will resist all their machinations this time. La ilaha illallah. And then Richmond Sechi, good morning to you. I wish you all the best for the day as well.
He's very clear on how to handle this Galamsey issue.
He says he will
It's our
release
manifesto.
Georgia, it's great to have you back. Are you going for a board meeting?
Ghana should be rest assured. As soon as he takes over power, you're going to
The way you've dressed, I think it syncs with the way you speak. Very English-like. And Fred, thank you very much, parliamentary candidate. And then also Solomon Owusu. I love the way you talk.
Solomon, he will come back home. Baumia is winning. Solomon is coming home.
Step into the world of Dewa 539 for your chance to win big with Dewa Direct and Dewa Chop Money. With Dewa Direct, all you need to do is to make sure you dial *446#. You pick the range of the numbers 1 to 39. You also get to win big. And it's 20 times, 40 times, or 400 times your stake. And you get to win cash, for example, every evening at 7 p.m. and on Sundays at 6 p.m. Early bets love Dewa Chop Money at 10 a.m. That's when the draw takes place. So you dial as well *446#. Choose the range of the numbers 1 to 39. And you win bigly. 20 times, 4 times, 400 times your stake. If you love the phones online, etc., Mr. Digital, very easy. Go online, dewa-nla.com, or you can still use the short code *439#. You can call the number 055-6259-249, just in case you have some customer information or interactions to make. Remember, we have the latest sports update. We have Community Manifesto, and today we're coming to you live from Gomwa Central. We are told that there's an independent candidate from your camp, right? Who is that?
Where?
A+. Yes, A+. But there's an independent candidate also from.
No, it's A+. That's for that place. No, that one is Gomwa West.
Gomwa West.
The current member of parliament.
All right.
Emma Morrison.
So and then soon the city MP has resigned.
We're taking a break. We'll be right back. Revelations are ongoing. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.